Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan. I'm just your average thrifty bargain hunter turned full-time reseller, and recently I started documenting my journey here on YouTube, and I'm so glad to have you. Today we are going to the bins. Hi friends. Okay. So, in case I didn't say it already, we are currently headed to the bins. I just had to check my P.O. box because one of the packages I sent out is supposed to have been returned back to me, and as you can see, nothing was in my P.O. box just yet, so that's sad. Maybe I will have to swing back by when they're open later today. Anyway, like I said, hold on. We are headed to the bins. Hopefully today is going to be a good bins day. It is a little chilly. I think the high today, it's 38 right now, so it is very chilly. I think the high is like 59, which I honestly don't mind at all. Like, I'm not ready for summer yet. But I have my pink Hulk in with me today. I usually don't bring my pink Hulk into the bins. I usually bring my medium-sized black Hulk in to the bins. It's kind of like my bins bag, but today we have the pink Hulk in, matches my vest. So, as you can see, I was trying my best today to get some in the bins footage for you guys. You're currently in my Hulkin, and unfortunately the only things I end up actually showing you on film are things that are not in the haul. These pants that I'm holding up right now, I actually bought these. These are some faux leather, like croc embossed pants from Gap. They were a high-rise straight style, and they had absolutely nothing wrong with them. They were also chocolate brown, so I did buy those and I put them in my winter backstock, which we will get to when it's seasonally appropriate. The next thing that I'm looking at here is a green dress, and I think I actually showed you this dress in my last video. I sent this dress to THREDUP to hopefully make some money that way. I believe this is a really cool vintage 80s or 90s San Diego sweatshirt that, again, I put in my backstock, but I was kind of surprised it was left in the bin. I think the bins I'm currently looking at are leftover bins from the day before, so I don't look at them as in depth as I do the brand new bins. I'm also chatting with one of my bins friends here. She's telling me that she found a Michael Kors bag that was damaged and it still had the tags on it. She sent it to Michael Kors for it to be repaired, and they gave her a gift card instead, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Now you guys are in my shopping cart, and I'm currently sorting the things that I'm going to keep versus things I'm going to throw back. This Patagonia little kids fleece, I did end up keeping it, although it does have a burn hole, so it's going to be like a knock-around jacket when I do list it come fall winter time. I ended up passing on that pink sweatshirt. Here's the green dress that we sent off to THREDUP together in my last video, which I will link up here in case you missed it. And then I realize a new row is coming out, and I actually find 2 pairs of shoes that are in this haul in this new row. But here's a quick little look at what a brand new row looks like. Hi friends. So we just left the bins, and okay, so as I was like sorting my cart, this woman walked in, and all 3 of the girls that were standing near me, including myself, like stopped her and were like, "I love your outfit. Where did you get that? Who made it?" And she went on to explain, because she looked like, straight up, she was dripping in Magnolia Pearl. That's what she looked like. She had this crazy, like, embroidered, all different, like, kinds of, like, fabrics blouse on with giant sleeves, and this pair of pants that were white that had, like, little doilies embroidered all over them. And all three of us, I think we all thought the same thing at the same time, like, oh my gosh, love your outfit. And she said she made it, and then all of us were like, do you sell them? That's crazy. And she was like, no. I think she said, she referred us to a YouTube channel, and she was like, you can totally make it yourself. That's what she said, you can make it yourself. And all of us were like, no, we can't. And she was like, it's so easy. And she started like explaining, I guess, that you only need to know how to zigzag sew on a sewing machine, or you can hand sew it. And the YouTube channel, I think, was T Myers Handmade. Editing me will definitely put it on the screen, so if anybody's interested in checking it out. Apparently she shows you step by step how to embroider and sew and even hand sew, I guess. Anyway, this lady, she looked, like I said, she was dripping in Magnolia Pearl, and I watched several other people, my hand sanitizer, other Vince regulars stop her as well and say something to her about her outfit, because she just looks so cute. Anyway, we are going to a regular thrift store right now because I have to pop in and see if I can find a black tie for my husband, and then we will be on the way home and we will do a thrift haul. Okay, so we got the tie. Thank goodness. They only had one black tie. It has some polka dots on it, but Jack said that was fine. He said it was perfect, actually. So the tie was a little expensive. $4.99 for a tie. Like, are we kidding me? But I did find something. I don't know. I was in there for maybe 10 minutes. I wasn't trying to spend a bunch of time in there. But I did find these literally like staring at me. This was staring at me on the end of the jean rack. So I was like, what? So I did take a peek down all of the jeans, at least that were in this same size. These are a pair of, hold on, let me get situated. Citizens of Humanity Premium Vintage, which is what you want when you find Citizens jeans. This little tab here says Premium Vintage. These are the Charlotte jean in a size 31. Yes, wonderful. They're a button fly. I think these are a straight, maybe, perhaps cropped. I'm not sure, but I did Google them very briefly, and these are $228, I think, on Revolve. So, yay. Oh, and I don't know if I told you how much these were. $7.99. Neither of these things were on sale, but that's okay. Citizens of Humanity jeans. Now we are going to go home. Hi friends. Okay, so we made it to everyone's favorite part, I'm sure, the actual haul part of the video. And we're gonna jump right in. But before, oh, hold on. There's a hair in my, please hold, I have to cut this. Hold on. And this is gonna annoy me. Okay. Hold on, might as well get a sip of my coffee. This is an almond bar inspired by Dutch Brothers, but I do make it at home now. I used to order an almond bar or a Irie latte almost every time I went to Dutch Brothers. An Irie, I think, is banana and chocolate. And this is an almond bar, like I said. It is almond flavor, like almond syrup, and then white mocha. So good. And I just use oat milk instead of regular milk. Anyway, okay, like I said, we're going to get right into it. But before we do, I just want to make mention really quickly, in case you're new here or haven't heard me say this before, all of the things you're about to see are available on my own website, whatmeganlikes.store, and that will be linked down below for you, so you can just click on it pretty easily. If you don't see them on my website, that means they've sold on another platform, so that's the only reason these things would not be on my website. Also, I offer free shipping on my website, and typically the lowest price on the items as well compared to all the other platforms that I list on, simply because I don't have to pay crazy fees on my own website. So without further ado, let's get into it. I do have two pairs of shoes, and I'm only going to show you one of each because they are very similar and they are the same size. So I found two pairs of Rothy's. They are both size 8, right? Oh, don't make me a liar. This one's an 8. And yes, okay, both size 8. They're slightly different in the fact that I believe this is part of their merino collection, and this one is just their regular like knit fabric. They're both in pretty great shape. The toe points are pretty good. No rubbing or wear marks to the toes, and the heels are in really great shape too. This is a I think it's the point flat in camo. It does have like a nice little orange and black stripe here at the back, and I'll show you in 1 second how I know these are real Rothy's. Here on the insole, ooh, hello. Oh, we're not going to be able to focus. It says made in China on that insole, and then on the inside, jeez Louise, somewhere it also says made in China right there. Made in China, and that's what you want. Rothy's are indeed made in China. This pair, slightly different. The bottom is a little bit different than this pair, but they are also real. And again, on the insole, right there at my thumb, it says made in China. So that's just a quick way to tell if you found a real pair of Rothy's or not. Fake Rothy's can look really good, like I guess like any fake or counterfeit goods now, they can just look like really, really close to the real ones. So anyway, 2 pairs of Rothy's. And unfortunately, Rothy's just aren't really the girl they used to be, but I was not going to leave those at the bins. Next, we have 2 more accessories. I guess I'll just show you one at a time. But it's interesting because both of these lived through the regular store, and one was like 3 times the price of the other one. This one was $3.99 and this one was $9.99. Both men's belts. I believe this is a men's belt. Yeah, I would say. This is a really cute Vineyard Vines, shark embroidered like fabric belt, just the same shark print all over. And then it has this little like double D ring closure. And this is nice and like powder coated, I think, in this nice navy that matches the rest of the belt. Let me take off this tag. A lot of the things that I have been finding at the bins lately, unfortunately, are like store rejects, things that people didn't buy at the regular store, so they all have store tags on them. And it's a little discouraging to me to see that, because I remember a time where the bins were not that way at all, and most of the stuff that came out was raw donations or things that had no store tags and hadn't been searched through by whoever at the store and lived through all the sales and all of that. So that's a little disheartening. But anyway, we are here we are. This is a Vineyard Vines, like I said, belt. It's a men's size medium. Doesn't have a style number on it, but really, really cute. I was not leaving that there. Very like preppy to me. Super cute. Next belt. This one, like I said, was $9.99, so more expensive than the other belt. And for what reason, we don't know. Let me cut this tag off. At least for the belts, they're not taking the tag gun and shoving it right through the leather. They're like putting a little hang tag on them, which is so nice. This is a Robert Talbot belt. It is suede with real crocodile accents. So when I saw that, I had no idea what Robert Talbot is, but when I saw that, I was like, oh, definitely need to look this up. And this is a beautiful brown suede belt with this little like tiny little accents of, I guess, real crocodile, which is wild and crazy to me. The end, I think it's just the smooth, yeah, just the suede. But this belt is in excellent shape. All of the holes are in really great shape. You can tell somebody maybe wore this a few times because it is like indented right here. But other than that, it's in great condition. The belt is marked, or the buckle is marked solid brass, made in Italy. So we'll see how this does. I have no idea the comps on these or what they retail for, but I know that if you are using real crocodile, you are not a cheap brand. Hello. So we'll see how that does. Oh, I don't think I told you what size. This is a 40, 140, but I think that just means 40 right there. So we shall see how this does. Next, this is a style-based pickup. Style-based pickup. What? Okay, this is a style-based pickup. This is a button front, like shacket shirt jacket kind of by Cabby. I think this is the older Cabby tag. I think the newer ones are like the square with the bigger font, but I still picked it up because it is 100% linen, and it's this really nice like kind of muted brown color. Unfortunately, I guess it did have a matching waist tie at one point because there is this built-in belt buckle loops. I am struggling today. Oh my gosh. But I figured maybe you could add your own, or maybe you could not care, or you know, you could put your own belt through here, whatever. Maybe I shouldn't have picked it up because of that. Maybe I should have. We shall see. I think it's so nice though, and a great like transitional piece. Again, 100% linen, and it kind of gives like military vibes too. It has like kind of like little like, I don't know what you would put in here, what this is for. These little loops. I don't know. We shall see. Cabby. So this is throwing me, and when I Google image it, a bunch of like similar items come up, but they're mostly on Amazon if I can remember. And this has no brand, but it does say size 36, which I believe is like an Italian size right there. And this does say it is real leather. Again, it just says 36 down here. Maybe I need to look a little bit better. Please hold. Let me unzip this whole thing so I can check the whole seams. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, no tags, but look how cool this is. This is a completely like sheer mesh shirt with these little like cap sleeves. It obviously zips all the way up in the back. Let me zip it back up. Hold on. Okay, like I said, these are leather panels, and to me they look like leaves. I don't know if they're intended to be leaves, but that's what they look like. And the interior tag does say that they are real leather. So here is what the interior tag says. Genuine leather. And then again, it says 36 somewhere around here too. And that tag just says 36. But the little zipper pull, to me, I hope it's going to come up on camera. I hope you're going to be able to see it. It looks like a bat wing. Like a single bat wing. Hello? I hope it's like, there we go. Like, it doesn't look like these little cutouts, like a leaf. It to me looks like one single, like, I don't know, a bat wing. So let me see if the back's marked. No, the back is the same as the front. So I have absolutely no idea what this is, but there was no way I was leaving this at the bins. It's so cool and unique. And I feel like even without a brand, if I can't figure out what this is, or it's a mystery, maybe it had, there's no way it had no brand. Anyway, if I can't figure out what this is, I think that this will sell to someone based on its style and the fact that it is actual real leather. So cool. Next. Oh, this is a classic Victoria's Secret little Y2K moment. This is a silk cropped baby doll-ish style top. Really beautiful, like teal blue color. Like I said, this is Victoria's Secret, and it is a size medium. It's 100% silk. So cute. And if I was guessing, I would say that might do well on Depop. I think this might be the thumbnail, so you might have seen this already. But I cannot believe all the t-shirt kids missed this shirt. It was in the first row of the day in a ball in the corner of the bin. And I feel like this is what I get for being slow but steady and digging in every single bin and looking at every single item in every single bin, which literally takes all of my energy. But it has been a hot minute since I found a band t-shirt, and this is a cool one. This is a 1980s, I think it's 1980 exactly, Van Halen t-shirt, and it's double-sided. Super cool. It's single stitch. And when I first saw it, I saw the tag and I was like, okay, this is an old tag. And I held it up and read it, and I was like, are my eyes lying to me? And as soon as I confirmed in my brain, like as soon as it clicked, like that's what it says, I like hit it really quick and threw it in my Hulkin so nobody would like see that I found it. And when I kept digging in the bin, I found one other band t-shirt, except it was American Eagle. I don't remember what the band was off the top of my head, but it did have a paper tag like this. And I was like, no, oh my gosh, did I just like not really read this tag and find an American Eagle Van Halen t-shirt. So I quickly took it out of my Hulken and looked at it again and confirmed that it was a vintage Van Halen t-shirt. Anyway, let me stop moving it around. Super cool. It doesn't have any holes in the front side, which is awesome. It does have a few small holes right here to the back. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. Both of the graphics say 1980 right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that. It says 1980 Van Halen Productions, made in USA. And I think the front says the same thing. Yeah, right there. Woo. Hello. It's a size large. Hello, can we focus? There we go. And it is single stitch. And this right here is single stitch for anyone who does not know. It has some like pilly balls a little bit overall, but other than that, it's in really, really great shape. And comps for these are around $200. So yay, very excited to find that. Van Halen. This is a designer brand, yay. And this was also in like the corner of a bin, except the tag was literally like staring at me. And I was like, what is going on? Like, it's like gems were sprinkled in amongst like random bins. And if you are a bin shopper, maybe you know what I'm saying. Like when you're digging through a bin and you can tell it's all obviously store pulls, like things that nobody bought in the store. And then randomly it's like one good thing. I don't know how that happens, but I will take it. Anyway, this is a Parenza Schuler. I think that's how you say it, but there's the tag. Like I said, that tag was just staring at me and I was like, oh my gosh. And this is not for Target, just the mainline label. Really nice, like almost kind of like crepey feeling blouse. And it does have this really beautiful like split back detail here. So nice. And it has some like, I don't know what you call that, little fancy details to the shoulder. Sorry, my brain is not braining today. I did notice though, because I have photographed this one already, it has some spots here on the sleeve. And I think another spot, yeah, another mark here on this sleeve. That's coming up like right there. A tiny, tiny spot right here on this sleeve. And then the one armpit looks like it has like the faintest discoloration just right there at the seam, which you can't even see unless you like really pull it apart. Other than that, for being such a light colored blouse and living through the bin, she's in great shape. I believe this is a size 10. Yes, size 10. So we'll see how she does. Next, this is so cool. And when I saw it, I was like, no, but then I was like, yay, because clearly somebody has professionally, or not so professionally, whatever, in my opinion, it looks professionally done, reworked a polo Ralph Lauren Big Pony polo shirt into something I think will sell even better than if this was the original shirt. A crop polo? Are you joking? I feel like this is a Depop special, and here is the tag. So, hello, if we can focus, there we go. Repaved, is that what that says? Yeah, cut and sewn something. Repaved. So I guess that's like somebody's little brand that they alter other garments. And they were so nice and left the actual polo tag on there as well. But I think this is so cool. And like I said, it's professionally like cut and sewn, finished. I think this is a Depop special, very like, I don't know, kind of preppy. And I say that because to me polo shirts are preppy, but cute. Next, Ryan gave me these, and I can't believe he just gave these to me. These are so cute, and I think these are going to do fantastically. One, they are a beautiful shade of butter yellow, which if you know anything about the trends for spring, summer, butter yellow is like top tier everywhere. Love the color. And on top of that, they are in fantastic condition. These are a pair of OP right here, Ocean Pacific vintage men's corduroy shorts. I believe I have sold this exact pair, but in a different color before. They have these really fun, like exaggerated sort of front pockets and a cute snap button. Look at that. And this color. Oh my gosh, I can't. And let me show you the interior tag. Right here. And they're a men's 32, I think. Oh, made in USA. Yeah, 32. so stinking cute. And the elastic is still good and everything. I cannot. Thank you, Ryan. I know you don't watch my channel probably, but you don't even know if I make YouTubes, but that's okay. Thank you, Ryan. Next, these were also in the bin with the Van Halen t-shirt. And I was like, what is going on today? Like, but thank you, I will take it. You go quick and fast and furious and go sit down, and I will be slow and steady and find the vintage made in USA 501 Levi's. These are like the quintessential Levi's jeans. 501s you want to find are made in USA. These are, unfortunately, are not a big E, but I will take them all day long. The only thing that's wrong with them is they have like this tiny little, I don't know, like flaw to the denim right here. It's not a hole, it definitely is like a little like nick in the fabric right there. But other than that, these are in fantastic shape, and I will show you really closely how I know that they are vintage. The interior tag, I don't think on this pair says made in USA, but right here it says made in USA, right there. Yes. On the leather patch on the back, made in USA. Also, this 501 font is kind of indicative of an older pair of jeans. Let me show you the interior. So they have no tags right here or hanging like a newer pair would, like right around here. They just have this tiny little tag kind of down the leg on the left, which is the care tag, and then the back has all of these numbers, which mean something. I'm going to say these were made in 87. I want to say, but I'm not positive. Right there, hello. I'll have to do a little bit more refreshing of my vintage 501s, but I know these are always a good pickup. They are a size, if you didn't see it on the back, 33, 34. But like I said, this tag does not say made in USA, but the back leather tab does. And another thing, when I sell these particular jeans, I like to have the first photo of my listing be this sort of moment. Editing me will maybe put it on the screen if I have these listed already by the time I edit this video, but that's kind of like the vibe I like to put for the vintage 501s. Also, another good photo to take is right around this area, because a lot of people have questions about the interior and the stitching. They want to know if it's salvage, X, Y, and Z. Also, you get some questions sometimes about the length of the opening of the ankle, so that might be something to put in your listing, in your measurements, if you do that, so you don't have to go back and do it at a later time, because I feel like that's definitely a question I get frequently with these jeans, and rag and bone jeans for men for some reason, which is random. But anyway, vintage Levi's. Okay, next, these are cool, and I typically don't get excited about Miss Me's, even though I think it's hilarious that thrift stores, as well as like places like Plato's Closet, price Miss Me's as though they are the most valuable denim that sells so quickly for them, and I can't imagine that it does. Anyway, these are a really cool pair of Miss Me pants. They're not jeans, they're like a cotton pant. They're like this in-between workwear pant and cargo style pant. They're so cool. I think I've never seen any Miss Me's like this. They do have like some little bedazzlements on the back two pockets, has the little Miss Me logo there, and then the cargo pocket have like these like crosses on them, and I'm definitely going to be sure to mention that in the title or the description somewhere, that they have like cross embellishments. Just like if they had fleur-de-lis, I would put that, because I feel like some people search the, or angel wings, some people search out like specific appliques. I don't know. Miss Me, that's a different tag. I've never seen that before. Size 30, and they are indeed the cargo. So we'll see how these do. I think these are really cool, and I love the fact that they are brown. Next. Okay, so I believe I was watching, I think it was Jack and Ryan, and one of them mentioned this brand, and my jaw like hit the floor, because I was like, no way. No way. I know for a fact I have given this brand to Plato's before in the past, because shame on me, it didn't look like anything to me, and that just goes to show, like, even though I feel like I know a lot about brands, I do not know everything. This is a pair of overalls. I picked them up because I saw them like they were somebody's go backs, and they were on the bin right on top, and I was throwing some stuff back, and I was like, oh, I like the pattern of these. They kind of give like vintage workwear overalls, and I was like, maybe I could wear them. And I grabbed them and I saw the brand. I was like, okay, I need to look these up because, like I said, I think it was Jack and Ryan that mentioned this brand, Wild Fang. And I am certain that I have given not so substantial and more substantial pieces of this brand to Plato's Closet before. Do you know these retail for over $150? Like, what? So that just goes to show, if you do not know for certain, look it up. And it takes 2 seconds to look it up. Who knows how much money I gave to Plato's in this brand. I'm not sure still how the resale is on this brand, but like I say, these overalls retail for over $150, and I love that they are like this, like I said, workwear kind of conductor print denim. And here again is the brand on the little pocket there, and then here they're a size extra large, and they're in great shape. So we will see how these perform for me. Wild Fang. These were also a go back, similar to those overalls, thrown right on top of the bin. And I was like, what is going on? Because I could see the label. And then I was like, okay, they have some like crazy damage, or they're missing the button or the zipper, or the inside is stained really bad. No. I know this is not, again, the most like it girl moment brand, but these are a great style and size of A Goldie jeans. Like, what? So somebody threw these back. They picked them out of the bin and then threw them back. I don't know why they threw them back. Maybe they thought they wouldn't fit them. Maybe they thought they were junk. Like I thought the Wild Fang were junk. These are a size 27 A Goldie jeans. The only distressing is right here on the pocket, which I love. They are a light wash, and I think they're like a high-rise straight. They also lived through the regular store for $7.99. I absolutely would have bought these for $7.99 at the regular store. Don't tell Goodwill that. They are the 90s jean. Super cool. I wish these were my size because I would totally try them on. Let me just make sure I'm not a liar. Yeah, all the buttons are there. So I have no idea why these jeans got passed on. What am I doing? I'm not folding them. Putting them back on the hanger. Next, oh my gosh, this. So if you don't know this brand, put this in your mental notebook, because Rains is a very expensive brand. These pants I think are retail $170. Never found a pair of pants before. I've never found anything new with tags before, but I have found this brand. The tag though on the item I found of this brand before was completely different. I had found a jacket. I did not know anything about the brand, but the jacket was just like so nice, like so much nicer than LL Bean. Tell the jacket was so nice, and that I had to look it up, and I was so glad that I did, because that jacket retailed for a lot. I can't remember off the top of my noodle how much it was, but it sold really fast for almost my full asking price, if I can remember. Anyway, so when I saw this brand in the bin, I instantly knew it was something good. Even though these are kind of like unassuming pants, they do feel really nice, and if you really look at them, you can tell they are like a stylish pair of pants. I wish these were my size, but they are way too long for me. I could totally make like the waist work if I had to, but they are way too long for me. This is how tall they are, so little too long for me. So I am going to list them. I think they do have like a logo somewhere, but it kind of blends in, which is another nice thing. These are like a athletic rainwear for like rich people that don't like logos everywhere. This was sold on Sense, and if you don't know, that is a luxury, kind of like Revolve. These are the black Naya wide leg lounge pants, size extra large. And like I said, they retailed for $170. Okay, they are so cute, and I would definitely keep these if they were my size. All the little zipper pulls have their metal little jinglies, and they say Rains on it. So stinking cute. So we'll see how these do. I think these are going to do pretty well like the jacket did. Next, oh, this is a new to me brand. Ziggy denim. There is the logo there on the back pocket. I like this like super blush pink little leather patch. These are a pair of, I would say, slim, straight, high-rise jeans with a cute little like zipper detail here on the pocket. They are a size, I think, 26. Yeah, 26. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's their like logo or one of them, because this is different. That's kind of similar, I guess, though. I don't know where these are sold, but I did Google them and they retail for over $100 if I was guessing. Oh, here you go. Maybe that's all of their logos there on the tag. I don't see a style for these, but these feel like really nice denim. And if I was guessing, maybe Urban Outfitters or Free People, something along those lines, retails the or carries these jeans. So we will see how these do. Don't want to mess up that patch. Okay, Ziggy. Next is a style-based pickup, and I picked this up based, like I said, on style, but I think this is a Depop special. Look at that. I love the color, number one, and I feel like this like ruched bodycon little mini dress is very Y2K Depop girly special. This is a Buyer California, IZ Buyer California dress. It's a size 7. The shoulders, the sleeves, these straps, there we go, that's the right S word, have been taken in a little bit, but I think you could just let that thread out if you wanted to and make them the full length again. It's got like this faux knot tie at the front. Very Y2K. And if you Google image this, a lot of brands currently make dresses that look just like this, or people are selling like BCBG dresses that are from the Y2K era that look like this, or BB dresses. So I think this is a great little Depop pickup. And last, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to try and list, well, let me take that back. I am going to list this myself, but I'm not sure how long I'm going to hold on to it before sending it to THREDUP, because I do think this would do wonderfully on THREDUP, and I might get around $100 for it. Hold on, there's just like some fuzzies on there. This is a stunning poof sleeve navy dress, and here's the brand. I don't know how to say that, but there it is, and I know this is a great brand. I will pop it on the screen too so you can see it a little bit better than the cursive, because it's really hard to see with the white and the gold thread. This is a size 12. It's got this like asymmetrical neckline. This is a stunning dress. I would get a pretty penny for it on THREDUP, but I want to try selling it myself first, so we will see how she does. I don't know if this has like a style number on the inside. Oh, she does have pockets though. That's what I was looking for. Stunning. So beautiful. So we'll see how she does. Okay. And with that, I think that's all I have for you. So if you want to let me know in the comments below which item I thrifted is your favorite, that would be awesome. And as always, if you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on the way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.